Don't you just hate it having players in your backfield? We're going to clean these two guys up, and then we're going to charge right on up the hill. Alrighty, people. Welcome, ladies and germs. This is Rush, and this is Battlefield 4. I'm going to start this commentary with a story. I have put up sniping videos, and I'm now putting up a tank video. So I thought I'd tell you guys a story that pertained to both. This is coming from Brown Side Out. This is during the Korean War when a battle had become static. There was a Chinese sniper who came to work every morning. He could be seen loping to his position on the hillside opposite the Marines' position. He would take several minutes to get himself situated, put his lunch in a shady spot, lay out his ammo, check his rifle over thoroughly, and eventually begin his day's business of sniping at the Marines. He was a lousy shot, so the Marines didn't seriously bother to dispose of him. I guess he was a source of amusement, or maybe the grunts were afraid he'd be replaced with a better marksman if they blew him away. One afternoon, late, he fired a round which struck the top of a turret of Charlie's tank. Charlie didn't like that. He decided to get rid of at least one round of his otherwise useless armor-piercing ammunition. Useless because there was no enemy tanks to shoot at. He had the loader chamber one of those sleek black pointed nose rounds. Charlie computed the range to be about 1,100 yards. He cranked that into the ballistic computer and then got into the gunner's seat and laid the crosshairs right on the sniper's chest. Suddenly, the sniper was through for the day. He got up, picked up his rice bag, and left. That was okay with Charlie. He was in no hurry. He gave his crew instructions not to touch the firing control system of the tank without his expressed permission. The next morning, Charlie was waiting. The sniper came lopping back to his place of employment, went through his usual ritual of spreading out his rounds, and generally getting ready to do his duty for Mao. Charlie looked through the 8-power gunner's scope and was pleased to see the crosshairs dead center on the sniper's chest. Very slowly and deliberately, Charlie used the manual trigger to his cannon as if he was squeezing off a round at the rifle range. A tremendous blast announced the birth of that black projectile at better than Mach 3. The Chinese never replaced that sniper, at least in that particular position on the hillside, and Charlie can probably claim to be one of the extremely few people who ever sniped with a 90mm armor-piercing round. Successfully, that is. Now, I know you're not supposed to run your tank right up the middle of the battlefield, but I've got so much infantry support here that I'm not worried about being exposed on 3 sides. But unfortunately, it's such a target-rich environment, I do not pay attention to the minimap. And as long as your infantry support does not falter, you'll be okay. But if you pay attention to that minimap, or if you look at it, I notice while I'm recording here that the red blip on my left will soon be my demise. And there he goes. Boom. Alright, let's talk about tank setups. What I've discovered, what works for me anyway, is I like the heavy machine gun for infantry. I like the HE round. It's got a good punch. Plus you can lob that into areas. It's not a straight shot like the Sabote round. And you run autoloader. Now, this, like I said, this runs great. This setup runs great for most situations. But what I found most troubling with it is when I come up against enemy armor and they're running autoloader in 2 anti-tank rounds, like the Staff Shell and the Sabote round. Yeah, you don't win any of those fights unless you're real good at that backing up in and out of cover. Well, that's about all I have for you today, folks. Oh, I do have one question. Are any of you working towards the Phantom dog tags? I have about 30-35 tank kills left before I earn it. So I was curious if anyone else was going after those Phantom dog tags. Alrighty, people. I go 20-7 this round. And thank you very much for watching. And like always, people, play hard. You have probably earned it. You all take care, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, all.